All right, everyone, now we're going to talk about the next phase, and this is the most important phase that you cannot deviate from, because there is a method to our madness, and we're going to be revealing it to you on each level of the phase. And this is something that we call text summarization, but it is not automatic text summarization. The reason I want to open with this term is that text summarization is a term that I researched probably for 100 hours before I finally contacted Sue Bell in 2006. I was infatuated with the topic because I knew somehow there was a way to get the words out of the sentences and paragraphs that had money, that were worth money, and if I could transfer those words from places that were irrelevant and put them in places that were relevant, then somehow I could make my customers money. In fact, SEO has evolved from keyword density. Remember those days?
Oh yeah.
And that's now fairly meaningless, but there was a point when everybody was trying to crack the formula into keyword density. 3%, 5%, and then we made stuff up, and then soon it became about theme density. And thanks to us, we invented new terms that then became popular and now are all equally untrue. But the main thing to understand is that summarization is creation of shortened version of text by a computer program. The product of this procedure still contains the most important points of the original text. Okay? Well, automatic summarization, we talk to a lot of companies in LSI, natural language processing, that attempt to use intelligence, LSI, and some components of artificial intelligence to pull words right out of sentences. Okay. The problem with people addicted to tools is the reason why we created the ISDNA layer. Because there are no machines that can ask the right questions. And what ends up happening is people tend to think that they can think better than the process. And there are no tools that will necessarily extract the right keywords in the right format. So I wanted to introduce you to this term, and let you know that this next phase, which is the keyword extraction, that's preparing you for the use of Domain Web Studio, Kraken, TLKT, is not automatic. Okay, it's not automatic. But what I suggest is that you do not deviate and do not add your own keywords at any point on the FAQ, SAQ, question behind the question, irresistible offer grid. Do not add any keywords. Take them out of the sentences as they appear. Because if you've done your FAQs properly, all those keywords are going to be there. If you've done your SAQs properly, all those keywords are going to be there. And if they're not there, you're going to discover them later on, right, Sue?
Yeah.
You're going to do a new iteration, and you'll go, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this is not on the FAQ, SAQ list. Okay, so do not add them. Let's go back to the grid now, to the spreadsheet. We're going to get into this a little bit. And we're going to start adding sentences. It's a pure human-based text summarization process. I'm going to repeat this because I help desk questions have already come in. Do not add anything. Do not guess, because if you've spent, it already took us, 15 minutes per question? As you get better, it'll take 5 minutes. Better than that, it'll take 2 minutes per question. And then you can go through. I'm recommending people have 5, 7, 12 by 12, FAQ, SAQ, TIOs, okay? As you get better, to go faster. Only extract the keywords. So let's practice extracting keywords and staying on course, okay? What are the top 10 energy topics the general public should understand? Now, earlier I had said renewable energy. You can see renewable energy is not necessarily on here.
It's implied.
But it's implied by the question that was asked. So I'm going to leave that up to you. If you want to add the word renewable energy. The only reason I'm asking is that he already knows that renewable energy is a keyword. So it's going to be up to you to add that. It is implied because this was pulled from a renewable energy poll.
Right. The reason why I would leave energy is because it's the top of the vertical market. I always drill into the top of the vertical market.
It's a truncated, diverse. You don't want to do, if I were to stay very pure with text summarization, like I was a machine, I would not even add renewable energy. But this is why the human factor here is important, because we're considering the context that this drill was renewable energy. Okay, so I think it was anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's okay, but be careful even with that.
Yeah.
Okay, because preferably you would have added a renewable energy at the SAQ level, and you'll extract it over there. I prefer to keep it pure, personally, because what's going to happen is you're going to get a copy of the bad copy, and they're going to say, you said we could add, and they're going to be making stuff up, and it's not going to be text summarized. It's going to be, I believe that he meant. Okay, that's what the FAQ is for. The FAQ is for, let me ask you a better question. And in the better question, you can add renewable energy.
You mean SAQ?
SAQ, should ask question. So just be very careful not to forget that you're in a text summarization process. Don't make guesses, don't add your own ideas. You've already done that.
Yes.
You should have already done that. Let's go to the next one. What are some of the top tier consulting companies? Okay. Okay. Renewable energy industry is a good one. Energy audit is a good one. So you should just be copying and pasting. I don't understand why energy audit's here, why isn't here?
Because if there had been an SAQ, energy audit would have been there.
Okay, let's leave this behind. We've now created an impure process. Let's
So,
go.
so take it out.
Yeah.
Strip it out.
Yeah, I don't want to confuse my views.
Strip it out. Obviously, renewable energy industry would be one.
Yeah, you could mix it up. Renewable. I'm fine if you go renewable energy consulting companies like that, because you're using context. But again, that's we're just trying to teach basic extraction, right?
Sure.
Okay, and that's fine. So, but energy consulting companies, renewable energy is another keyword. Okay, we already have that one. You can see renewable energy is right here.
How about energy presence?
Yeah, anything that's in this sentence, it's mixable. It's just like shaking stuff up. As long as it's contained in the question, you're good. Okay. So hopefully that's clear to everybody watching. Books on renewable energy, that's a keyword that I would personally take. But there's renewable energy again. That's how I do it. Okay. And then I don't know what you do, Sue, but I'll slide over to the SAQ and I'll pull the questions out of there. Since nothing is done on this sheet, we've been better off going to the client sheet. We could try to do that.
Okay.
That's an example. So hopefully it's clear. By the time you're done, you're going to extract every keyword that's on topic or on theme or on industry.
Right.
These are industry terms. Yeah, that's the keyword extraction. Well, we would need another column here.
Yeah, you want to have those keywords in front of the questions.
Yeah, and then the keyword extraction. Solar panel investment would be a term. Sue, you can chime in at any time.
Solar payback.
Or just solar panel.
Solar panel by itself is better. That's a pure word. We know we're going to be jumping. Remember, the purpose, let's remind everyone where we're going, right? Sue, we're going to Kraken.
We're doing market analysis after this.
Payback.
Yeah, and this is where really Sue should take over the conversation. My only point of inserting myself here was to make sure that we don't make the same mistake that I saw with some other clients that I have where they started editing the content and adding the content themselves. You should, if you've done it all, you should have plenty of keywords to work with for the market analysis process. This is the one time when, if you've done the processes right previously, you don't have to overthink. You can rest on the system. As David Allen says, you've got your bucket, let the bucket be the bucket, and just fill in the blank with the keywords, right? The only thinking involved is you can mix and match like geothermal, solar thermal, solar panels, you can do that. Renewable energy, those are all there. Copy, paste. Is that okay? You want to take over from here?
Sure. So the next one, I would put geothermal. I'd have one that was geothermal and one that's geothermal installation.
Absolutely. Thank you.
The next one, geothermal again. Hydro bill, maybe?
Absolutely.
Renewable energy solution is a great term. Geothermal by itself we got.
How about geothermal solutions?
Sure.
Yeah, it's in there.
And solar thermal we don't have yet.
Solar thermal energy solutions, we have a long to go.
I'd just say solar thermal. Remember we're
Solar
doing
thermal,
market analysis.
Yeah.
And solar panels I don't think we have yet. Oh, no, solar panels we have at the top. Go ahead, give me the plural.
Yeah. And a good rule of thumb here is if it seems like a reach, it probably is.
Yeah, like electricity is too broad?
Not necessarily.
No, I didn't say that. I said if it seems like a reach to cluster like 20 words together.
Okay.
Is that a long tail? That might be pushing it a little bit. Because you really don't need to do that.
Market analysis.
Because we're going to extract those in the next analysis phase. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the next one's about producing more energy than you consume. Selling. Let's try to say selling electricity. Would that be the term there? Or electricity sellback?
Are we talking about do solar panels work on cloudy days?
No, solar panels, I'm sorry. Solar panels we already grabbed in the previous question, so I was
Right.
ignoring it. This one's talking about, if your facility makes more energy than you need, can you sell it back?
Right.
So I'm looking for like electricity sell back or hydro sell back.
How
What's the
about,
term?
Ontario hydro rebates?
Is it a rebate?
It's a rebate.
I thought a rebate was.
Or it could be, actually it's if you're in that program, if you're in the FIT program as a registered user, you're registered for dividends for some type of payback.
I'm a little confused. Why are we having a discussion? It's not.
Because I'm looking for the appropriate term. I'm not an industry expert. I don't know
But it's
it.
not in there.
It's not in there.
Summarization. We're making stuff up. Why are we doing it again? It should be in the SAQ. If it was appropriate, it would have been rewritten.
I would say electricity payback
I mean,
or hydro
We did,
payback.
so then we need to go do an SAQ because that's an important keyword that we don't cover anywhere else. It's an
okay, then
appropriate
let's write an
concept.
SAQ word because hydro payback is the word being used there, and that's text summarization.
Hydro payback.
That's the keyword. As it sits, as it stands. It's just a keyword.
Okay.
Hydro
I'm just saying the temptation to continually add additional expertise to this is what slows the process down, and that should have effectively been done. And if it's not, we'll probably catch it. But I don't.
I just didn't see it because it's not the term that we use here.
Right. Well, we're dealing with
That's
foreign
fine.
language. Right, and that's another reason we're trying to keep it summarization as pure as possible. Sell the hydro I don't use, or hydro, like even hydro is not like a term here that it's like we're not feeling no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's geospecific.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
And again, that's why I think resting on the system here is the best bet.
think
I know that I can
sell hydro payback, I think is.
I will often like sneak a word in or add one.
Sell and
So
payback are the same
It's
idea.
not necessary.
All right.
This is where your systems thinking can be pretty pure. Is
Yeah.
at this point, if you've done your previous work, if you don't trust your previous work, you're going to tend to add.
Makes sense. So 6 would be the FIT program and then the micro FIT program.
Fit. Effective.
And I would also maybe add a modifier to that, which could be government microfit program
Okay.
or government
I'm
fit program.
comfortable with that because the word government's in the question.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a mixing of that.
It's the association so that people
Absolutely.
know that it's a government-funded program.
Yeah.
Obviously.
That was like that keyword tool, remember keyword mixer? Where you would take all the words in the sentence, but in the keyword, but mix them up in every possible variation.
Yeah,
Microfit
it's
program is
what's
what
it
it said.
called? Something words?
Keyword tumbler.
Merge words.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
It was
merge
called-
words is cool.
It was called keyword tumbler, is what I'm talking about. Merge words?
Yeah,
I'm not
merge words is
familiar
really
with
cool.
Those are old softwares.
But it looks interesting. Comes up with all kinds of variants.
Solar installation?
I think it would be fun to have a keyword tumbler inside the Movie Studio, where it just tumbles them, just to make sure that there's not a weird anomaly. Because every once in a while, using keyword tumbler, I would find a variation of the word's order that would increase the cost per click significantly.
How about building permit fees?
Okay. That gets to be quite a long tail.
Yep.
Especially in, say, just solar building permit's fine.
Solar building permit, yeah, that's good.
All right.
Solar system,
Solar batteries.
solar power.
Solar system, there's a pulse in.
Well, inbound marketing is a funny one because a friend of mine who I talk to often on the forum says, "Do you work for a call center?"
Oh yeah, and there is
That was his analogy.
There is
And it's so true.
well, there is a call center inbound.
Yeah, inbound.
Geothermal
Heating
heating
system.
ductwork.
Yep.
Yes, because that's a very product specific thing. Because the type of installation. So, geothermal installs. Home geothermal installs. Or just home geothermal. For the
Sure.
previous one.
Or for this one.
Yeah, this one will work too, yeah. Geothermal heating.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know what that term, they don't know what geothermal means.
Yeah, it was pretty new for me when I first came across it.
Yeah.
I still couldn't give you a definition.
Kelly's got it in a sense.
Yeah.
All right, the next couple are all geothermal. How much of my yard will have to be dug up?
That's a fun question behind the question.
Yeah.
It's an actual question I would like to ask.
I don't bother to copy them. Just move on. That is fun. I can't think of a keyword that's appropriate though.
Zombie geothermal.
Maintenance?
There he goes, adding words again.
Geothermal maintenance, that's thinking out of the box.
That's the wrong one again.
I can't keep these humans at the level of the
No,
robot.
there's maintenance there.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you are correct.
Okay, different question. That's fine.
Yeah, the yard one's hard.
Yeah.
We'll fall under geothermal maintenance.
Yeah.
Actually, placement. It's when you're installing
Geothermal
geothermal
placement.
installation.
Yeah.
There's no installation.
No, but that's what they're talking about.
AdWords.
Do that. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with a process that's replicatable for the thousands of people that are going to see this video.
Kraken will bring it up if it's
How
irrelevant.
about
I don't answer the help desk, so
How
whatever you
about
want to do.
geothermal drilling
Sure.
for the yard one?
It's not there. No drill, no go.
Oh,
Geothermal drill. There's one.
I've created a monster. Pure dogma now. That's how dogma gets started.
Yeah.
That's how good coding happens too, though.
We got solar power, right?
yeah. I think we had it earlier.
I think so. All right, that's probably enough. That's far more than the 12 we usually do.
You know. So do you think we've conveyed the process to our audience?
I think so.
So,
In terms of extraction.
yeah, so the takeaway is I don't know if I can get the name. That's all right. So the takeaway here is that text summarization it's always tempting to add your own words. And I'm not saying that's always bad. In fact, I would say the degree to which you are an expert in this company and an inventor is the degree to which you can add your own stuff. But because you're probably a beginner or intermediate, the best model is to trust the system in this particular case.
I tend to tweak my SAQs as I'm going and through and actually extracting my keywords. Come on! Because when I'm creating the SAQ, I'm not happy. You know, I'm not thinking keyword organized. I'm not necessarily being specific enough. I'm doing some implications, and so as I'm going through and actually and it's like what I actually mean there is bad.
Right. And I don't want to create a dogma, but I'm saying that the line between artificial intelligence and text summarization is happening right here. And you can see some of the dilemmas that we're coming up against. It's like Sue will write her own SAQs while she comes up what she thinks they're saying. A lot of the times they are saying that. If you're dealing with outsourcers, okay, I guess we can tell this. If you're dealing with outsourcers, don't let them modify anything. Okay, so we're pretending that we're intelligent here and that we actually know what the market's trying to say. What I'm suggesting is that we have to draw the line somewhere. And what I'm trying to do is give you as much of a hard text summarization system as possible. Don't add anything. Don't let your outsourcers add anything. If you come up with if we had done this properly, we would already have all of our SAQs written. And I'm a fundamentalist when it comes to this state. The reason I gave it, because I'm a marketer and we make all kinds of stuff up.
Right.
These are the only kind of fundamentals I have to fall back on. Otherwise, you'll come back to this thing and you'll see that the person who's gone through it has added all kinds of stuff. Where did that come from? Don't know. That's what they thought they were saying. I didn't ask for an interpreter. I asked for a text summarizer. Because by the time they get to phase 2, which Sue has gone to great pains to writing, if you're outsourcing this and they're not an expert, we don't want to take stuff that they've guessed and put it into our process. Or maybe we do, and the process will sort them out. I would prefer that people keep it as pure as possible, and if you add stuff, just make sure you're an expert. The only reason you're able to add stuff and tweak your FAQs here is because we haven't written them.
The SAQs, right.
Right, the SAQs. And again, that's part of the...
I would only tweak an SAQ if I wrote it. If somebody else wrote it, if an expert wrote it, and I'm not an expert,
Yeah.
I'm not going to go
Right.
modifying it.
And the reason I'm catching that is because our audience is going to be dealing with outsourcers. They're
Sure.
going to be dealing with people who are not experts like you.
Sure.
Or like you're becoming an expert. You'll be an expert about this company when you're done. And so, audience, if you're outsourcing, be a fundamentalist. When you have them extract keywords, because that's a very easily outsourceable thing.
Or give the outsourced team. I would personally do all of this research myself,
Okay.
and then hand that off to the outsourced.
I'm pretty
Team
much
to
the same way.
implement.
Okay, well there you have it. I, on the other hand, created this very system so that I do not have to do the extraction. Because I'm a marketer and I shouldn't have to. I wrote the questions and I get paid a lot of money for that. So all I want is a pure text summarization robot to go through, mix and match. I could even use keywords like Tumblr if I wanted to and sort it out. I could actually create a technical process for all of this. So, it's up to you guys. We all have our different views of it. This is the only place I was able to create a hard line as a marketer because there's no way to create a hard line with this kind of creative process. Okay. So I agree with all that, Sue. Are we good?
Okay, we're good.
All right.
All right. So that's the end of phase 1.
Okay. And where do we go from here?
So we go, wait, I can show you. Wait, it's on one of these screens, honest.
Into the pool to cool off.
There you go.
So am I fair to say, Sue, that we've just
We've
completed
just
this
completed step 1.
process? And how long did that take us, everyone?
5 years, 432 hours, 677 minutes.
How long did that take us? What, an entire day, would you say? And we did slow way down teaching Brian the process, creating the sales.
I would say that the process takes 4 hours,
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
half a day. If you sit and just really concentrate, no distraction,
If-
for half a day.
Let's just do a quick summary and review.
Yeah.
You created you extracted frequently asked questions from places like the client, the
Right.
database, Quora.
Right.
You found the question behind the question. That's a new process we've added. It should help everyone, which means pain behind the question.
Right.
You're going to read books like Made to Stick and How to Move Beyond a Price-Driven Sale and other recommended books if you have doubts. Then you're going to create a should-ask question, which comes from expertise. It's based on the innovation, the invention of the company, its unique position in the marketplace. And you're able to criticize the perfection of their unique selling position and determine whether or not your plan is well positioned or they're the only viable option. Then you come up with the should-ask question, which leads to, if you're really good, you don't have to do this, but if you're really good, it leads to the irresistible offer, which is what are you selling, how much does it cost, what's in it for me, and why should I believe you?
Yep.
And you can do that for every sentence if you want, which makes you the best copywriter that your client has probably ever seen.
Right.
And then you come out of the gate like a spider monkey with the best copy, and you extract the keywords
Right.
from those. And we're going to move into the next phase, which is Sue Bell's going to teach us how to take those extracted keyword DNAs, or the keywords,
Extracted
the
keywords.
text summarized keywords. Of course, you haven't deviated, and you haven't made your own stuff up, and you haven't written them yourself, unless you're an expert. You're gonna go to KDNA, and here's where the real fun begins. We'll see
Yeah.
you on the next video.